Hey you guys, welcome to Drinkity Drinks, and today we have something I've been waiting for and I mentioned a lot. This is Barrell Seagrass.
I freaking love you back!
Okay, Barrell Seagrass is a rye whiskey finished in martini rum, Madeira, and apricot brandy barrels. I'm gonna read the back to you in case you don't have a bottle or don't plan on getting one, but it's very interesting. It's a Louisville, Kentucky distiller that they're basically just blenders. They get whiskeys from different parts, different areas or something. Distilled in Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, and Canada, so they get stuff from all around the North America region and just blend it itself. I mean, they're really good blenders. Pretty much all their renditions of different whiskeys, whether it's ryes or bourbons or something, they're like really good. They're priced accordingly. You can't get no barrel bourbon for like $40 or anything like that. They're always like pretty high price, but they're very good for their price. So in the back of this bottle itself, it says Seagrass is a blend of American and Canadian rye whiskeys, meticulously sourced and finished in casks from 3 distinct areas of the world. It highlights the grassy oceanside notes we love in rye and the opulence and spice of finishing barrels. It's bottled in cask strength so you could appreciate its true flavor. So I believe all of them are cask strengths. I don't know if any of them are. That's probably why they're so high priced, because they're just pure. They don't do anything to them. They do finish them in barrels, but they don't like add water or anything like that. It is what it is when you get it. So I've tried this only once in this one store, and yeah, it was freaking amazing. It was a while back, like maybe like a month ago when I tried it, and I wanted it. I just didn't want to buy it. I ended up getting a different bourbon, the Remus Repeal Reserve, which I opted to, but this actually to me is better. So let's get a little bit deep into it, and I have a really good cocktail. I think it's gonna be perfect for this dang thing. It's not even a cocktail really made. I don't know why it's not made, but I'm gonna mix certain cocktails that I've made before to make this cocktail. So it's a rye whiskey, which I'm not a fan of ryes, but this one, and there's a few. There's Pikesville, there's this one, there's Pikesville, there's this one. Like, there's not many that I really like. So let's open this thing up and let's see what Seagrass has to offer. Just fruity right off the bat. A lot of fruit in this. I think it's the apricot barrels that give it all its fruit, but this is definitely a treat. You get a little bit of caramel, a little bit of, I want to say vanilla and barrel, but there's like that brightness of fruit, like that citrus, that freaking sunshine. Like, it's just really bright and opening. Like, it makes it feel like it's the daytime, no matter when or where you're drinking it. Like, briefly you get different fruits, pineapple, more than just the apricot. Like, when I briefly smell it, just pass through almost like a fruit punch or something. Bright and light colored fruits, not dark fruits. It's just really, it smells really good. Really good. You get really close to it. It's not strong in any way, but I know the taste is what matters, and the taste is what really stands out. So let's taste this thing. So fruity. Even before I swallowed it, before I breathed, it tastes like you had fruit in your mouth. Then after that, you get, well, I freaking lost it, but because its fruit came again, but I think there was a little bit of barrel or something, but it's more fruit. It's like just different than any other whiskey I've ever tried. The only whiskey close to this, and I mentioned it, was Chattanooga, the 111 cask strength, kind of like this, but this is way more fruitier. I think Chattanooga has way more of the bourbon flavors and stuff like that. It's so bright and so, like, I don't know who doesn't like this, because I mentioned it in a couple other videos, and there's some people that said, oh, it's not that good. It's, I guess, different strokes for different folks, but this is just so crazy, so punchy, so flavorful, so fruity, like tastes freaking amazing. And different fruits, let me try to narrow them down. Like peachy, I want to say, and it's mouth watering. It's very coating over your mouth. You do get a little bit of barrel. It's hard to focus on. I know there's like caramel and notes in there of like bourbon notes, but they're just outshined by the fruit. It's just so much freaking fruit flavor. Wow. So much fruit. A lot of bright, like natural and natural mixed with a little bit of like candy type notes, but real more natural fruit. But the sweetness is close to like candy, because you know natural fruit don't really get that sweet, and it just smells. The smells like when you taste it, the smell kind of, then you start to smell those other fruits. Like it just smells like the palate, and it gets more. The more you taste it, the more you could smell those other fruits in it. So good. I just taste like pineapple, peach, obviously apricot. There's other ones. I want to say maybe a little bit of strawberry, like all just bright fruits. It's just really freaking good. Really good. This is the best rye I've ever tried in my life. I haven't tried a lot, so I mean, take it as you will, but this is the best rye. I did try Pikesville, and if you like rye, I know you like Pikesville. It's one of the top ryes, but it's a bourbon lover's rye, so whatever. It's not a pure rye, or at least like a straight rye. This is just really, really good. A really high proof. Let me go over. The proof is 118.58, so it's up there, but you don't taste the proof. It's not hitting you like strong. It is warming me now. I don't know how many bottles there are, but this is bottle 9091. There has to be a lot of bottles. I still see these on the shelf, which is so crazy. It's so crazy that this is still on the shelf because it's so good. Either they made so much of it or got so much of it that it's able to be on the shelf like that, or people don't notice it. People don't know how good it is. Like, and it's not a niche thing. I know there's only a few people that probably don't like it. It ain't like it's a niche thing. You need to like certain things. Like, it's fruit. Who doesn't like fruit? Like, that's the main thing in it. That's the main flavor you're getting out of it, is bright notes of fruit. Wow, that is so good, so good, so good. The best rye ever. Probably better than, it's up there with the best bourbon I've ever tasted. Like, I want to put it against whatever, any bourbon, put it against anything. Like, it's one of the best whiskeys I've ever tasted. Like, top 3, guaranteed. It'll go up against anything. I think it's well worth it. I paid, I want to say $80 for this bottle, but I've seen them in places as high as 100, 110, maybe even up past that. But the price goes, I don't know if it goes down as far as 70, but I think it's like 80 to like 110 or something like that. I don't want to mix it, but I am going to mix it because I know this cocktail is going to be freaking super amazing. It's going to go great with it. This is really good by itself. Really freaking good by itself. If you ain't tried it, go out there and get it, or check other people's channels. I know people, this one, like a lot of people's best ryes. So let me get this stuff to make this cocktail. Okay, so ice in the glass. Let's pour yourself some bourbon. I believe this is a 1.5 ounce. Let's go 1.5 ounces. That'll do. This is just so fruity. I love lime on all my fruit, so I'm gonna put lime in it. I know it's gonna go freaking perfect together. I'm thinking about putting 2, but I'm gonna put a little bit more. I don't want to put too much because I really want this whiskey to come out. I'm gonna put a little bit. If I regret it, I'll just top it off with some more lime. I don't want to put too much, because like I said, I really want that fruit and all those flavors to come out. Just gonna add a little bit of simple syrup to sweeten it, balance a little bit of the citrus out. And I'm gonna add a little bitters, because there's no bitter to it. All it is sweet fruitiness, a little bit of sour. So you got the bitters to freaking balance it out a little bit more. Just one dash of it. This has to be a freaking perfect cocktail. Let's shake it up. That's good. I don't want to over lime it, because lime is good, but this is really good whiskey. So use simple syrup at your discretion. I always like put too much, at least for me. I don't like stuff that's that sweet. This is a little sweet, but I don't think overboard sweetness. I think it's like pretty balanced. It smells good. I'm getting the lime and the fruits, and yeah, that's really good. That is really, really good. This is a really good drink. I think I would prefer to drink it straight just because I love the way it tastes. This is like a really good drink. You just drink a whole bunch of this, and it's high proof. So I guess you would have to be careful, because if you make this thing, something like this, it's so freaking easy to drink. Yeah, you could drink this dangerously too much. That is an amazing drink. Try this drink. Try it with something else. Put any liquor in replace of that recipe. That's good with like a lot of stuff. As long as it has, I guess, like sweet notes to it or something. Not something that's so bitter, because you're already adding bitters. So you want something sweet, like it has fruit, sweet notes to it. So it works with it. Rounds it out. You're activating all types of taste buds in your mouth. So this really, really works. So let me taste this thing and give give this thing an amazing score because I'm gonna say right now this is above a 9. It's above a 9 already. It's a guaranteed buy for anybody that wants to buy a different rye, just a new rye, or like, you know, a new release from last year. It came out last year. I don't know how they're gonna top this. I know they have their craft spirits. They're supposed to be like aged longer. Maybe they're better. Those silver bottles they're about to release this year, those are, I think they already released them. I ain't see them on the shelf, but they're like $200 a bottle or something. Those are probably like top this. But for right now, and I tried a couple other barrels because the place I go to, you could try like almost anything. So I tried their store pick, I tried another one, and I tried this one. Damn, this one is so good. Like, now I like ryes. I'm gonna say that. And I don't know, I want somebody who's a professional rye person who only drinks rye or prefers rye that have tried this. What do you think about this? Do you categorize this as a rye? Because I've never tasted a rye like this. Like, I don't even taste too many spices in it. Maybe a little bit on the front. Now I'm getting more Barrell, I guess, because this was so freaking like sweet and stuff, and the sourness, the lime that's still hanging around in my mouth, making me able to taste the Barrell in this. Now it's tasting more like a bourbon to me, I should say, but not really a rye. It's not heavy on the spice. You get a little bit of spice, which I'm taking it because this, I guess it's activating those taste buds and, you know, really pointing out the spices in it. But I was not tasting it before at all. All it was tasting was bright fruits, which I still get them, but now I'm getting more of the other notes that were hiding inside of it or something. I'm gonna give this bottle, even the price being $80, I'm thinking 9.5, but I want to go above a 9.5. I don't even know if I've rated anything a 9.5 before, but this is like the top, one of the top or the best. The only thing I could say close to this was probably that Old Forester single barrel that I tasted. I'm gonna go with a 9.5. I'm not mad at a 9.5. I will go as high as a 9.7 probably, but this is a 9.5 all day, all day. This is amazing, amazing, amazing rye. Amazing rye, and I'm so glad that it's still on the shelf. I'm gonna get me another bottle. I'm just gonna have it as a backup. I want to see how this one does when it gets past the shoulder and like how it tastes later. Does it get better or does it get worse? You know, I don't know. I want to say because my Old Forester single barrel, I feel like it got a little bit more bitter and tannic. It's still good, but it's not as fruity and stuff the way it was, and chocolatey and all that. Those notes are kind of like in the back. Like what's forward is now is like bitterness. I don't know if it's gonna change again or something. I'm leaving it alone for a couple months and I'll try it again and see what happens. I'll try this again in a month from now. If it's still good and is on the shelf, I'm gonna get another bottle. Because if not, the way it is now, you just have to drink it. Invite some friends over or something and finish it all in one night. There's freaking definitely anybody could drink this. This is freaking really, really good. So I'm signing off from there. Hope you guys liked the video. Yeah, let me know what you think about this if you tried it. And I'm really, really interested for anybody that likes rye that tried this. How would you compare this to your favorite rye? What is your favorite rye? Is it Rare Breed rye? Is it Pikesville? Is it Willet? What is your favorite rye, and how would you compare that to this rye? Like, how does it compare? Is it freaking neck and neck? Is this close? Is this totally different? Because this is different than anything. The only thing I'm telling you that I've tried that's close to this is Chattanooga. I'm not expecting a rye to taste like this at all. So until next time, get yourself a drink. Drink something you love.